Hey everybody, what's up? Ultramatic64 here, and today I bring you Starswirl Academy, a visual novel by Zap Apple Project. Now, this is about 40 or 50 minutes into the game. I started to record the opening. It took me about 40 minutes of just reading text. That's, this game's a slow burner thing to get started. It takes a while to get rolling, and basically it wasn't really, I was just reading, basically. Not doing anything fun, nothing. Just reading. Which is okay. This game is a visual novel. It's not meant to be, you know, action-packed game of the year edition thing. But, yeah, I just decided, you know what? You guys probably don't want to see that. And if you do, you can download the demo and watch it for yourself. This is a good, very well-written piece. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna play a little bit and just, you know, see where this goes. So I've gotten to a point where basically, hopefully all the text stops. I haven't got past this point, but this is it. Basic plot summary is, I'm a student, a new transfer student named Tom, who is best friends with Twilight Sparkle, which is odd. I would have figured Spike would be the best friend of Twilight Sparkle, but, you know, I guess he is kind of a baby dragon, so I guess maybe age would be a little bit of a problem. Anyway, we've met Main 6 plus Pinky, or not Pinky, plus Derpy, and it has been awesome. The characters are well drawn. I mean, look at these guys. These guys are really well done. Really well. I mean, just look at it. It looks straight ripped from an anime. I kid you not. It looks really well done. And I mean, the background, even the backgrounds look good. It's just a good game. Well written, too. I mean, I literally felt like I was saying things that Pinkie Pie or Applejack or Rarity would say. I mean, it's just good. I like it. One thing I do want to point out, though, is you see the balloon on Pinkie's collar? Twilight doesn't appear to have one of those. I'm not sure why, but every pony else, human else, I'm not sure what to call these things. Humans. Okay, fine, humans. Every person else has one of those that I've met, but Twilight doesn't seem to have one. I don't have one either. So, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that's a thing later on in the game that gets explained. I don't know. But anyway, let's just go with it. So basically what's happening right now is Pinkie's giving me the grand tour, and we've met Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash, and that's basically it. We will meet up with them again, hopefully. So, there you go. Now let's get reading! And I suppose that covers the basic stuff. This will lead to Celestia's office, but oh! You guys you should really see the cafeteria. I got tons of great menus and foods. You really should check out for a Pinkie! She's still holding her composure for the most part, but I can tell Twilight's on edge. Thank you for the tour, but now we just need to see the headmistress. Her voice sounds as strange as she looks. Well, of course, silly. You're new here, so that means you should get the lay of the land first. If you don't, you'll get lost, or worse, confused. But now you have a basic idea of where everything is. I'll use my mouse. Too close. Yeah, this is Tom. Hopefully you'll get a portrait of him soon, because I can't just rewind everything. This is the point where I could rewind to. Pinkie is suddenly in my face, her grin stretching from ear to ear. I swear I can see her teeth sparkling. Pinkie, you might want to get that looked at, just saying. Teeth don't normally sparkle. Most of them just kind of sit there in your mouth. But yours obviously are special. So, pretty cool, huh? What you think? There's Tom. Yeah. Tom. That's Tom. It's, what do I think? Well, honestly, it's still too much to take in. It doesn't help that I was just dragged around campus. That didn't make me remember anything. In fact, it's just confused me more. Also, I'm getting the feeling that subtleties of personal space. The subtleties of personal space get right over that girl's head. Yeah. It's cool. Nicer than my old school. It wasn't a question, but it came out as one. As investigating as Pinkie Pie is invigorating as Pinkie's spirit is, I think I really need some time away from her right now. I've been overwhelmed with everything as it is, and she's really not helping me feel comfortable. Yeah, Pinky will do that to you. Twilight's panicked voice doesn't help either. We're gonna be late. Yeah, don't be late, Twilight. That's a bad thing to happen. My thoughts are broken by Twilight's yelp. In a flash, she seizes my wrist and yanks me away before I can even react. My eyes dart between Pinky and Twilight, trying to figure out what just happened. Pinky smiles and waves on my helpless body as Twilight drags me away. This sounds very dark. If I didn't know any better, this would be very dark, and I'd be very scared. I don't even have a chance to wave back. What the heck, Twilight? What's the sudden rush? I try and free my wrist, but she's got me in a death hold. For someone who doesn't get much muscle exercise, she has strong a grip. Yeah, Twilight's got weird grippage. Must be her reading hand. Them books, they must... Well, actually, books are kind of heavy. Maybe if all the athletes in the world just decided to pick up books instead of dumbbells, imagine where we would be. Anyway. We were supposed to be here 5 minutes ago. She grumbles at me, mumbling something under her breath that I can't quite hear. I decide to let it slide. 5 minutes, is that all? You need to calm down, Twilight. I'm sure she'll understand. Besides, didn't you say you know her? Yeah, Celestia, well, we don't know if it's Celestia, but I'm betting it's Celestia. Twilight does know the headmistress, and she admires her a lot. She stops and tightens her grip on my wrist for a moment before letting it go and turning to face me. The look on her face tells me I'm about to get scolded. The good kind of scolded or the bad kind? Because the good kind involves burning of flesh. The bad kind involves talking. Please, no talking. Never face to face. All the more reason to be on time. The headmistress values discipline and structure. And not to mention she's put a lot of faith in me by letting me into this academy. I won't disappoint her on the first day. Oh, come on, Twilight. If she believes in you so much, she's not going to hold 5 minutes against you. Twilight takes a short moment to catch her breath and raises her hand to knock on the door. Before stopping, her hand then goes up and starts straightening her hair and patting down her clothes. Wait, this is the scenery. We're already in the room, technically. So, I mean, I guess I understand this is, fan-made game. But would it make more sense if we were in the hallway that we were previously? I guess, I mean, I know that was the classroom hallway, but still, I don't know. Also, this game has no sound effects as far as I know. No ambient sound effects. Like when we were on a train earlier, and there was no train tracks, sound effects and stuff like that. That would have been a cool effect. Just a suggestion, though. But that's just me, It's just really quiet until, some music happens. That's basically what I'm getting at. I want to comment that she's only delaying us further, but something tells me I should keep my mouth shut. Yeah, probably. Twilight's very perstickety. She can be very violent. She keeps fidgeting with every little detail of her uniform to make sure it's straight and proper. It's actually starting to get on my nerves, but before I have a chance to chew her out for it, a voice drifts through the door ahead of us. Do come in, Twilight. Now, how did you know we were behind this door, lady? She's got magic. I swear she has magic. It's gonna be a giant pink unicorn, Tylenol pink unicorn, with wings that says, "Come to my castle." Twilight goes the exact opposite, freezing in place with like a deer in the headlights. My own attention's turned to the door, surprised to be found so easily, but also having to hold back a chuckle at the headmaster's remark. Poor Twilight. She can't seem to catch a break today. I prefer not to repeat myself. Ooh, snippy. Okay, so I guess we were in, the waiting room or something? I don't know. Wow, Celestia's model looks really pretty. I like her hair. Wow. I'll admit, that's a pleasant... I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, because, all the models are beautiful, but Dang, that's really good. Huh. And this is only a demo, I might add. This is a demo, not the full game. So, when the full game comes out, then fun shall really be doubled. But wow, that is really good. I want to see Luna. I want to see Luna in this. Ooh. I want to see that. Okay, anyway, back to the story. Twilight can't get through the door fast enough. Barreling inside, she's already stammering and fighting her inability to rattle off 100 excuses simultaneously. I don't understand most of what's coming out of her mouth, nor do I think I really want to try. She's abruptly silenced by the headmaster's raised hand. Please, take a seat, both of you. I would do a Celestia voice, but I don't want to try that. And besides, I can't do girl voices. I'm sorry. Half the cast is girls. I'm a man. I can't do girly voices. Well, I could, but most of you probably wouldn't want to hear that. As I look around, I can't help but notice how huge Celestia's office is. Yeah, looks like a big circular thing. Yep. The wall is curving inward like the top half of an eggshell. Hey, look at that. I was right. Are lined with books that seem to have come from all over the world. Compared to the hallways outside, it's like walking into an auditorium built for one person. I quickly follow Twilight to the headmaster's desk, sitting in one of the two orientally decorated chairs in front of it. It's surprisingly comfortable. There's a word I don't actually get to use a lot. Oriental. I'm so sorry we're late, Headmaster. We just got caught up with... I understand, Twilight. And I've told you before. Celestia is fine. I was like thinking it was like Tia or something. I was about to say Tia. And I was like, oh wait, nope. That's not what it says. How long have we been talking? Yes, Headmaster. I'm pretty sure I can hear Celestia sighing, or maybe it just seems that way from how her shoulders gently sag. She then turns to look at me. Huh, that's kind of interesting. In the main series, does Twilight ever call Celestia Celestia? I know she calls her Princess Celestia sometimes, but never just Celestia, does she? I don't remember. I'll have to go rewatch Friendship is Magic now. And you are Tom, correct? Something tells me that I should probably be quaking in my boots like Twilight after all. Starswirl is the most prestigious school around, and Celestia is at the top. However, looking into Celestia's eyes, I can't help but feel comforted. Actually, that's kind of true. Celestia, in my opinion, is a very motherly kind of figure. Very calming, very... not laid back so much as just very comforting. So yeah, I could get that same vibe. She seems to go with some kind of soothing vibe. There you go! Look at me, reading the future. Rather than a harsh one. She carries herself less like a principal and more like a mother. Wow, I am good. Is that how she looks at me right now? Yes, I transferred in with Twilight. Of course. With a silent glance, she raises from her chair and walks around to the front of her desk. She places her hand on it for support before leaning up against it. I'm familiar with Twilight's reasons for transferring, but I'm afraid I have not heard yours. Heard anything from you beyond the dry text of this application letter. I do not mean to insult your writing. It was a fine letter. I just prefer to hear things in your own words. As soon as she came off, that definitely seems a shiver down my spine. Out of all the things she could have asked, she starts with the one question I don't have any answer to. Chances are she's probably testing my qualifications, to even be here. As I don't have even half of the qualifications Twilight has, as if I can already see my chances of going here slipping away. Oh well, I suppose it was nice while it lasted. I pull up my collar lightly. It seems I have suddenly become tight. To tell you the truth, Headmaster, I'm not 100% sure. I know I sounded more certain in the letter, but I was kind of hoping I would figure that out while I was here. It's not that I don't have ambition, it's more like I don't know where to aim it. I don't where to aim it. That's a typo. Yep, that's a typo. I reread it just now. That's a typo. Haha. I found a typo. Haha. I knew I was reading that right. I was like, hey, on a minute. I'll add a word there. Well, it sounded like it was a good answer to me, though I could easily be mistaken. Putting my thoughts into words through feels were okay. Hang on, let me back up here. My thoughts into words though feels like I'm crashing into a rut, like I'm stuck in a boat rushing down a turbulent river without a life jacket. You're certainly not alone in that, Tom. Starswirl Academy has helped many young men and women like yourself find their calling. I'm sure I can start you down the right path, though I cannot walk it for you. That's actually sounds like something Celestia would say. So maybe that's why Twilight doesn't have a thing on her. Then again, Celestia doesn't either, but she has that necklace thing. Interesting. So maybe technically this is a story of how Twilight gets her cutie mark as well? Not entirely sure. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into this for the moment. I, as in Headmaster Celestia personally? Or is that just how she refers to Starswirl Academy? Maybe she meant to assure me I was, but I'm filled with more questions than answers. The Headmaster picks up some papers and looks through them quickly before turning to Twilight. Now, my faithful student, I'm here. I see here you've signed for a full helping of course in every subject matter. Full helping in every subject matter, of course, is whatever. Words mixed up. Math, physics, English, foreign language, botany, technology, and even philosophy? Yeah, it's philosophy. I almost said psychology. I was like, hang on a minute. Botany, that's an interesting subject. I have not taken that. This is far too much, even for you, and quite unnecessary. Do not worry about missing out. There are lighter courses that will continue your education in the subjects you do not choose. But attempting to specialize in everything is impractical and defeats the purpose of specialization. It's not even taking into consideration the fact that you two are seniors. There simply isn't enough time, Twilight. Okay, so we both are seniors. See, earlier I thought I was a... Oh no, wait, I said it was 4th year, so never mind. Dumb face. Anyway, moving on. I would recommend 2 or 3 specialties at most. But what if I... Celestia raises an eyebrow directly at Twilight in sort of a, do we really want to have this discussion again manner? Also, almost immediately, Twilight falls silent. Ooh. Very interesting. I wish I knew how to get Twilight to calm down like that. Alright, 3 subjects. Think hard about the subjects you want to specialize in. Once you decide, changing them will be difficult, so be sure to pick classes you know you want to take. Yes, Headmaster. Celestia gently nods her head to Twilight before turning to face me again. She looks through her papers again before addressing me. Thomas Daniel Stone. I knew they got that from the rock. I figured as much. Ugh. Nothing like being called by your full name to make you feel like you've done something wrong. I hear that. According to what you told me, you're not entirely sure what you want to do with your ambition. So I'm going to assume you're not personally attached to the class choices on your application, correct? I shrink a little in my chair at being caught red-handed. I've really only picked classes that seem to further my education in a general direction, rather than anywhere specific. I might have picked classes Twilight was going to be in as well. That's alright, I'm sure you'll have a better idea of what you want after seeing some class demos. I'm not so sure about that. Here at Starswirl, I personally like to think that there are 3 types of classes: technical studies, applied studies, and theoretical studies. Technical studies will give you classes focusing on gaining knowledge and hard facts about science and life. These subjects include classes such as technology, physics. They're excellent for you if you think you might go into those fields like engineering or scientific research. Applied studies will give you classes focusing more on talents you'll need or more of a real-world perspective. These subjects will include classes such as English and foreign language. They will help prepare you for fields such as business management or foreign diplomacy. And theoretical studies will give you classes focusing more on seeking answers to life. So subjects such as philosophy and creative arts will be your focus. They will help you think outside of the box, beyond yourself and others, and prepare you to help the world through means of beyond math and labor. Of course, some classes fit into all subjects, and others are mandatory, but it's up to you to decide what kind of field you want to enter. So do I finally get to choose something? Because I've so far not chosen a single, and I've not given a single option here. So it's kind of just like a linear path, so I'm hoping this will open up now. So I want you to think about that for now, alright? Pick some classes you want that will fit best. And you can set up your classes, and we can set up your classes for you. Alright, that sounds fair. I hate being put on the spot. Celestia turns back to Twilight. After you, Twilight, I have heard it from you to narrow down. I know how hard it is for you to narrow down what you want to do from all the possibilities presented to you. So I want you to head to your dorm and think very carefully about the 3 subjects you are going to focus on. Once you have them, bring them to me tomorrow, and I'll ensure you're in the correct class. All right? Yes, Headmaster. Good. I feel like we've covered all the things we need to for now. She turns to her desk and reaches over, grabbing 2 envelopes off her desk. Turning back to us, she hands each of us one. I can see my name written on the front of it as I nervously take it from the headmaster's hand. Inside of these are your introduction letters, maps of the school layout, where your respective dorms are, and a key to your rooms. I want you two to head there and rest for now. Get something to eat from the mess hall, and we'll meet again tomorrow at 4 p.m. I assume that will be late enough to ensure you to make it on time. Yes, Headmaster. Good, I'll see you then, Twilight. You are dismissed. I would like to share a word with Tom for a moment before he leaves. Oh no, I screwed something up, didn't I? Hey, look, he's got the same mindset as me. Shoot, I'm starting to sound like Twilight. Twilight gets up quickly and gives a quick bow before turning and heading for the door. The door closes with a click and a certain finality. I hope I'm not about to find out why Twilight fears Celestia so much. If the sun drops on my head, then we'll know. Now, Tom, I know this is a lot to take in, and I would imagine you're not used to having more personal relationships with headmasters, correct? Oh, please tell me this is not one of those games. Please tell me it's not one of those games. I really don't want it to be one of those games. I nod, swallowing. Albeit. I'm not sure that word. That's a word I've never heard before. Okay, skipping that one. Somehow I keep eye contact. I don't want you to feel pressured here. The focus at Starswirl Academy is and always will be on learning. For almost every student, that means picking classes that interest them and investing time and effort into the tasks given. I'm sure Twilight will attempt to get 4 or 5 specialties by me, despite my recommendations, because that's what works for her. However, this is not an absolute truth. You can find extracurricular things interest you more than classes, and I urge you to pursue them. She leans forward, laying a hand on my shoulder. I can feel tension leaving me at the touch, and her warm smile melts my panic away. The only thing I ask for you is for you to do... hang on. The only thing I ask for you to do... What? I ask for you is to do it with conviction and sincerity. Do not give less than you know you can. Yeah, I think I can do that? That sounds odd, but actually it's correct. My voice still shakes, though much less than I thought it would. I feel like in the daunting climb to find a purpose, I've finally gotten a good hold on something. Wonderful. You can leave now, but remember, I'll always be here for anything you need. I won't judge you if you have anything to confess or rebuke. If you have any problems, you cannot overcome them on your own. Any problems you cannot overcome on your own. Okay. I get up, giving the headmaster a quick wave goodbye before we exit the office. The second I step outside, I feel like I should have given her a bow too. Seems more proper. Returning the waiting room definitely reminds me of just how big Celeste's office is too. Okay, so that was the waiting room. Okay. So what'd she say? Twilight's looking at me, holding her envelope in her chest, unsure of whether to be excited or concerned. I failed, Twilight. Goodbye. She said I have some technical things to go over, boring stuff that you've already heard. Let's go. The two of us head to the hallway, Twilight opening her envelope and seeing where she's situated for now. I can't open mine. My mind is still running a mile a minute. Yeah, I get that too. Maybe coming here was the right choice. I was about to say wasn't the right choice. Oh, huh. Is that some foreign language? Puellus? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but... Huh. Kind of reminds me of Ponyville Hospital. Well, I blink a few times, turning to stare blankly at Twilight. Where are you living? My mind's still catching up. I don't really know what to say. How should I know where my room is? Twilight, sensing my confusion, points down to my hand. Your information packet. Open it. She sounds even more excited than I do to see what's inside. Snapping back into the world, I fumble with the packet a moment before opening it. Inside is a folder with several papers, many stapled together with information ranging from school layout to extracurricular activities. After a short search, I find the information I'm looking for. Mail 201. Second floor, not bad. I would prefer the third floor, Twilight. Thanks a lot, you jerk. I bet you got the third floor, didn't you? Celestia's student. I don't know, I kind of like higher floors. You get to see more when you look out the window. Okay, this guy's starting to creep me out. Yeah, but you also have to run down a ton of stairs every time you leave. Well, that's true. That's what elevators are for. Good point. She groans in my response. Stop being difficult. Even with elevators, it's still more troublesome. I read through the dormitory introduction, making note of all the amenities, community area with tables and chairs, microwave, curfew, bed, furniture provided. Sounds cozy. The packet also mentions the track and pool for leisurely use, though I don't know how much I'll be using those. Hey, look at that! Another guy who doesn't get out and do anything. Awesome. Doesn't sound too bad. I look up at Twilight. Do you think they took our stuff up to our room already, or is it still sitting back in the lobby? Twilight puts a hand on her hip and pokes my forehead with the other, frowning. Do you ever listen? They said everything would be taken to our rooms. I swear, if you didn't have me, you'd be lost half the time. Literally and figuratively. Well, you are organized, so... I mean, that kind of makes up for my laziness, doesn't it? I nudge your elbow, grinning. I guess it's a good thing you stick around, then. I feel sorry for your mother, having to put up with you for so many years. Yeah, thanks for bringing my mom into this, Twilight. Jerk. I hold a hand to my chest, doubling over and groaning. My heart, you cruel, cruel person. Good lord, this guy. He's scaring me because he's got, the same thoughts I do. And the same reactions I do. That's scary. Twilight smacks my head. You're making a fool of yourself. Would it kill you to be mature for once? Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Whatever, Mom. I'm serious. I hold back my quip? My next quip? I guess it's like a rebuttal? Response? I guess? I don't know. Joke. I'm not sure what's gotten into her. Maybe the long day, maybe she's not in the mood for my antics, or maybe she really is worried about being embarrassed. Either way, her face holds only panic as she stares at me. Hey, Twilight, relax. I'm just trying to blow off some of my nervousness, of the nervousness. It's my first day here, and I don't want to be the girl who hangs out with the weirdo. I got plenty of that while we were in grade school. Besides, Headmaster Celestia... I wave off her next statement. She really is obsessed with Celestia. Gee, you think? Okay, I'll tone it down, but you really shouldn't worry about it. Just be Twilight, and I'm sure you'll make friends. That's why I'm one. Twilight straightens herself out, hugging her information packet to her chest tight and letting out a long breath. Nodding to me, and she allows herself a small smile. You're right. I gotta calm down. The headmaster wouldn't want her students running around in a panic. Classes haven't even started yet. Freaking out would be silly. Atta girl. Twilight looks to the building in front of us, uncertainty returning to her face. Well, this is the girls' dorm. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah, tomorrow. It feels wrong leaving her like this. Part of me wants to stay with her, make sure she settles in all right. But she's a strong girl. She hasn't needed me for many years, and I doubt she needs me now. Besides, wait, I don't know where I'll be. Yep, that's my life, man. I don't know where I'll be. Could you point out the boys' dorm? I have expected a sarcastic groan and a roll of the eyes, but Twilight pointed to a building only a short ways off, without any sort of exasperation. Thanks, I don't have much fun without me. Okay, don't have much fun without me. Ugh. I did what I could to alleviate her anxiety, but in truth, I think it was much more nervous than her. I think I was much more nervous than her. Okay, so this is the point where I'm guessing this would be equivalent to maybe Season 1, maybe early Season 2 Twilight? Maybe? I'm not sure. No, not Season 1, because Season 1 Twilight was kind of like new to friendship. Well, then again, this one doesn't have any friends. I'm going to go with Season 1 Twilight. Maybe a hybrid of Season 2 and 1. This place was her dream, a respectful establishment run by an excellent headmaster who also happened to be her friend. She'd be neck-deep in classes, textbooks before she knew it, and enjoying every moment. Me? Well, all I've got is a pocket full of doubt and a packet full of promises. You too. Puffing out my chest in an effort to fool myself into confidence, I start off towards the boys' dormitory. Hopefully I get to choose something, because so far this has been a linear path of reading. That's in my opinion, that's not a text adventure or text visual novel game. I mean, there are at least choices and branching story paths and good and bad endings, you know? Just saying. I know this is a demo. I'm not judging it harshly. I'm just pointing out things I see and notice. The walk is short, thankfully giving me a little time to think. I know if I spend too much time alone with myself, I'll start second-guessing everything. Or talking to yourself. But that's kind of normal. To me, at least. Shut up. The dormitory lobby is fairly large. I can spot a pool table, table tennis, foosball, almost said football, and a lounge area with an impressive TV. That TV is not impressive. Mine's bigger. Cozy in a word. There's a half-asleep student at the reception desk, probably stuck with some mind-numbing chore to pass the time. I don't envy him. I decided to forego asking for directions. Dorms are pretty simple buildings, in my experience. Much like hotels, 201 should be on one level, and I can just walk up till I find it. Hey, look, I found it, bro. It's right there. See, right here. Right here. Just go in the door. Go in the door. Oh man, if I get a roommate, that's gonna suck. It better not be either. Well, no, Shining Armor wouldn't be here. Brayburn wouldn't have the smarts to be here. If it's Prince Bluebud, I'm gonna flip a table. Fancy Pants wouldn't be so bad, but Fancy Pants is an old man, so that'd be a little weird. Big Macintosh. Well, he might get in here. I don't know. Probably not, though. Sorry, Big Mac. Who else is there? Hoity-toity? Nah. I don't know. I can't think of any guys off the top of my head. Soren? But then, Soren would rather be in, like, well, Rainbow's here, so... Soren wouldn't be so bad. We'd have some fun times. Once on the second floor, I spotted bulletin boards with campus activities, as well as a floor plan with exit routes for fires. It seems the RAs have their own flyer as well, a basic welcome and introduction. I don't bother to read it. Awesome! You don't read stuff either. My room is about at the end, right next to the community bathroom and shower. Awesome? That would be like the best thing ever! Like, you know how awesome that'd be? Man, you get like first dibs on the showers if you get up early enough. My room is about at the end, right next to the community. Oh wait, I read that already. They'll make waking up in the morning more convenient. See? See? I don't even have to read this, and I'm already thinking like this dude. I take a quick peek inside, noting a sink and shower locations. They look private enough. I'd never been thrilled with the idea of community bathrooms. Hey there, bud, I'm with ya. But these don't look so bad. The tile looks clean and relatively new, and the sinks aren't messy either. Now I'm back in the hallway. I dig my room key out of the information packet, looking at it like it's supposed to jump up, and do something on its own. This is it, eh? The place I'll be living for the next 10 months. No point in standing around, thinking about it. I unlock the door and step inside. Please be Soren, please be Soren. Oh, it's a single room. Ugh! You ruined my dreams of hanging with Soren. Man, I never get what I want. Is it small? There's just enough room for a closet, desk, dresser, and bed. That's it. My bags are on the bed waiting to be unpacked. A wide window encompasses almost the entire wall. Entire wall opposite the door, letting the last sunbeams of dying light. Walking over to the bed, I push my belongings aside to allow myself a place to sit, sighing as I finally get to take a load off my weary legs. Granted, I got to sit in Celestia's office, but that wasn't exactly relaxing. Yep. This is it. This is my life for the rest of the school year. This room, this campus, Twilight, and whatever friends I make along the way. Assuming I make any at all. Hey man, you don't need friends. You got Twilight. Twilight will just make friends for you, and you'll in turn become their friends, kinda, sorta, but you'll never talk outside school. And eventually when you graduate, they'll just leave you forever. And you'll never ever see them again until maybe you go into the high school reunion because you're bored. And they're like, oh yeah, that guy. Hey, how you doing? I only really felt comfortable because I had Twilight alongside me the whole time. Sure, Celestia seemed nice enough, but how often would she actually be a part of my teaching? She probably spends all her time in that office. Well, Celestia doesn't get out of the castle much, does she? Sighing, I unzip my suitcase and reach in to pull out the first piece of clothing, and these aren't mine. Digging through the bag, this Derpy? You just don't know what went wrong, do you? Let me guess, I'm holding Twilight's clothes, aren't I? Or whoever else is. Digging through her bag reveals some underwear that probably wouldn't fit me. The realization dawns upon me that I appear to have Twilight's luggage. Looking through her unmentionables, huh, guy? Actually, I'm gonna withhold a comment for that. I'm not even gonna comment on it. Ugh, great. I quickly pack the panties away and zip up the luggage. Man, that's a word I don't get to say on my channel very much. I pull out my phone and quickly send her a text letting her know that we can switch bags in the morning, or back in the morning. Right now, I need to be unconscious. Well, there's several ways to do that, my friend. Banging your head against the wall is one. Hitting yourself with that lamp would be good. Maybe those books over there. That chair, the trash can. Maybe that bag even is heavy enough. I don't know, Twilight's clothes might not be heavy enough. You could take some pills, but I don't think you have any. You know, there's several ways. There's several creative ways that I could come up with. I moved Twilight's luggage off of my bed and flopped down, letting the stress and pain of today's flow away into the sheets. I let out another deep sigh as I closed my eyes. I wonder if leaving home means we're growing up. Nah, not yet. Alright, so that was it. That was the entire demo in its entirety. So if you're still watching this, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my horrible reading. Because I don't normally read stuff out loud. I'm sorry. But once this game does come out, I probably will do a Let's Play of it, and it'll be fun. I honestly... The main problem I have with this game is the fact that it didn't have any choices whatsoever. There was no interaction with me. I was basically just reading stuff, and if I wasn't doing a Let's Play, I'd kind of be bored. I mean, don't get me wrong. The characterization is fantastic. I mean, they act like the characters. They basically act the way I would think the characters would act. It's well drawn. I mean, you guys saw how good those character models are and how good the backgrounds are done and how detailed everything is. I honestly have high hopes for Starswirl Academy, and I hope that it turns out to be a fantastic game. I just really wish that they had, you know, more choices, maybe have a little bit of a branching story path, and they probably will once the game's finished. But that opening hour or so is a little bit troublesome, and a little bit, you know, it's kind of hard to get through. But I have no doubt that this game will be amazing, and I can't wait to see more of it. So anyway, guys, I'm UltraMag64. If you haven't checked out my channel yet, go ahead and check it out down below, and you'll get more ponies and more Let's Plays. As always, I'm UltraMag64. Happy gaming!
Wow.